Hey peeps, it's Tripl-L, and today I'm here to talk to you about Pokemon. Mostly the stuff that came out from the Pokemon Nintendo Direct and the implications it has for some other questionable sources of information. So what I'm really going to talk about is just a quick overview of the Nintendo Direct Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer, then the status of some leaks that pertain to that Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer, and then some new leaks that have popped out, and I'm just going to talk about those because I thought it was interesting and because we're on the topic of leaks. Anyway, let's just get right into it. So we've got the situation this morning where, or not situation, that's too dire. No, just the reveal this morning of a new Alola form, and that was Alola Rattata. So very cool design overall. You know, I'm playing the trailer. You guys can see it again. I think it's neat as a dark normal type, and yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm pretty much okay with it. I wish we did get a bit more in the trailer, but we got the Alola Rattata, and then we also got the thing about Z moves. So Z moves have now been established that some Pokemon will get a Z move uniquely to them, and we found out that you have to hold the gems. I think we already knew that part. But anyway, we know that Raichu and Snorlax will get their own specific Z moves. So that's very interesting bits of information, and the animations for them, they're pretty cool. They're nice to see, and it's interesting how much interaction the trainer character has in the Z move itself. Regardless, finding out about that and finding out that we might be getting a special Munchlax if you buy the game early, and then that Munchlax will have a Snorlax, I believe it's called, and it'll know the moves Hold Back and Happy Hour. It's a pretty nice deal. It's a pretty nice deal, I'd say. Anyway, finding out that Pokemon now have the potential to have their specific Z move is pretty interesting, and it kind of opens up the door of thinking, well, does that mean that all the Alola forms might have a Z move specific to them? Because if GameCube wants to highlight the Alola forms, wouldn't you give them a Z move? Because then it means something else. If you give Raichu the Raichulium or whatever they were going to call it, or the Rhylium, does that mean a regular Raichu can't do the move? Because the Raichu move is something electric surfer or something. The point is, it's taking advantage of the surfer nature of the new Alola Raichu. So yeah, is that how it's going to work? That'll be very interesting. But now that we know that there is specifics on the Z moves and the fact that there are specific crystals for specific Pokemon, a lot of the leaks that have been coming out speaking about any plot having to do with the Z moves or the Z crystals or whatever you want to call them is now a bit shaky. It's a bit shaky. So in a way, I'm very happy this happened, because now I can pretty much take away a whole group of leaks from my mind, even though they don't really occupy that much space. Now, there is one last thing I do want to say before I forget, and that's that there's going to be a new Pokemon announcement on September 6th. And this is really important because this is going to come back into the leaks that I'm going to talk about. Anyway, let's switch back to Rattata and talk about why it's so important that we got the Alola Rattata, and just talk about some of the leaks. And guys, I just want to say, if you guys don't enjoy leaks, that's fine. You could just click out of the video. But this is really just talking about the current status of the leaks. Oh, and another thing I forgot. With the confirmation of Snorlax getting its own Z move, yeah, there's not going to be an Alola Snorlax. So I was kind of disappointed. Oh well, whatever. Anyway, leaks. So here's what's up. In the very valid leak that's been around, the Chinese leak, as some people call it, the one that had Malo in it, there was some accompanying information with it, and it came out a while after the Malo thing was confirmed. Some of the details that were in that particular leak were some Alola versions, and one of them was Alola Rattata and Raticate, and they said there was going to be a dark type. Now, the leak itself misses the dark normal typing, but I've been saying this for all of you guys that have been following me and the leaks. You know that my general opinion on all this is that you don't know how exactly the leaker got that information, and a lot of times it may not be a first-hand source. It might be as simple as someone walking through an office and seeing these things strewn around and then trying to make the information up. Now, the Alola Rattata and Raticate being called dark type, you can take this one of two ways. One is that this person, whoever leaked that information, only managed to see enough of its design to make the correct assumption that it was dark and missed the normal typing. Or you could say the person just made a really good guess. It's a 1 in 15 chance when you take away normal type. So it's a 1 in 15 chance because about 1 in 15, 1 or 16 chance of whether or not he was going to guess right at dark type. You know, if you want to take that as a statistic possibility, then yeah, that's cool. Because the thing is, with the other bits of the leak, they're very specific on the typings. The Alola Butterfree that's on the leak is a Bug Psychic. The Alola Nidoking and Nidoqueen have a split typing as well. So it's interesting that the other Alola form leaks have their full typings there, but the Rattata and Raticate messed up and only have the dark typing. That's very suspicious, but regardless, the Chinese rumor is by far probably the most confirmed of all the leaks that have been going around. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what of that rumor is true, because I still don't think that all of it's true. There's been a lot of speculation over the last couple of days over whether or not Alola Growlithe and Arcanine are going to happen, because they've popped up on the Pokemon Japanese website, but they're in their regular forms. Again, Nintendo lies, and anything derived from Nintendo or involved with Nintendo probably lies as well. So I do not trust anything until the games come out. Even Nintendo's own publicity team, even their own stuff on their website, they could have those Arcanine and those other Pokemon up on that website, and they could just switch it the day that they feel, okay, now it's time to reveal the surprise. I mean, come on. It's hard to keep a surprise nowadays, and one of the best things you could do is just shoot people down early and then surprise them later. Like, that's whatever. Anyway, moving on. Now, I do want to talk about one leak that's been popping up around today. And this one, I want to talk about it because it has something to do with the Chinese leak. In the Chinese leak, there was originally a statement saying that new Pokemon based on a dolphin, sea cucumber, snowman, mushroom, and a rugby monkey were around. And of this, I guess, of now, we have the sea cucumber and we have the mushroom. Again, this could have been a really good guess, but they're shooting 2 for 5. So, make of that what you will. Anyway, the important thing here is the snowman, because in this new leak, and I'll put it up in the video, you get to see 3 Pokemon that this person went out of their way to draw out after they had seen a video. This was originally posted on 4chan, but as I found out, this was taken down. So, that's a very interesting scenario. Here's the picture. As you can see, there's a snowman, there's a tiki thing, and there is something that's similar to Crabrawler. Now, I'm just going to read out some of the information that was accompanying leak. It was Crabrawler is a version exclusive to Moon, while the one that we have in the picture is found in Sun, counterpart to the Crabrawler based on a lobster. Name was Labox, their fighting type. And then we got the information for the Tiki Pokemon. Its name was Uhaku, and then the little snowman was Dolfrost, an ice ghost. So the reason I want to talk about it is because the ice ghost, the snowman, is there and it matches with the Chinese leak. Now, the good thing about this particular leak is that it has a date to it, sort of. This is from a new video that the leaker originally saw, and it's supposed to be uploaded soon, with the September 6th date looming overhead now. I do think, if anything, this leak can be proven within 6 days, which is a pretty good bit of information, right? It's nice when you get a leak that you only have to keep in mind for less than 2 weeks. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for me. That's where I'm going to end it off. I don't think I have anything else I want to talk about for this one. Alola Rattata is cool. Alola Raticate will probably be kind of cool looking when it comes out. And with all these Alola versions, I'm going to start wondering, like, what's going on in Game Freak? What are they thinking? Because it's interesting just the methodology which they tackled the Alola versions. But I'll talk about that in another video some other time. Anyway, peeps, till next time, have a good day.